Hey, everybody, welcome to the Tech-Mex podcast. We're your hosts, Eric and Mando. This is episode 101, number 101. We're bringing you the top stories in Bitcoin, tech, and wealth so you can meet Bitcoin at the moon. Dale.
All right, so let's talk about the moon. Guess who's going to the moon besides Bitcoin, though?
I don't know. Did we really make it there? That's I don't know. That's word on the street. Did we make it
uh,
there the first time for real?
maybe the first time, I don't know, I doubt it, but maybe the next times we did. so, so something interesting talking about the moon is US is already investing again on NASA. They are planning to go next year in 2026, no later than April. And in the news, they came up with this rover, right? So the NASA Lunar Electric rover, and they actually spotted in Arizona. Imagine if you're hiking and suddenly you see this thing like, what the heck?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. It's almost as strange as seeing a Cybertruck out there.
Don't talk bad about my Cybertruck, man. so,
Well, that's
so
pretty cool. I mean, so what is this? So they're doing testing out there in Arizona with this rover.
yeah, they're doing testing, but that's not the interesting part to me. The interesting part to me is that they're investing on again trying to go back to space. What
Mhm.
do you think that they are doing that? Why they want to go back? I mean, the last time it was in 1971, so it's almost 50 years ago with the Apollo 15 mission. So why now, right? So I'm trying to figure out what changed, right, in these years.
Well, yeah, that's a real good question. I mean, the interesting part is there's been a lot of like recent things that have been going on, right, with space and technology, right? SpaceX, obviously, Elon said he wants to get to Mars, so maybe the moon is kind of a easy first step, right, to see, hey, can we even make it to Mars? I know Mars has certain timelines because of the way the planets line up, and we've got to hit certain angles and things like that where it's closer. So maybe testing things out at Mars and on the moon, that's a cool thing. Maybe right now there's also a lot of interest, right, because of the 3i Atlas, right, the comet
Mhm.
slash UFO that's out there. So maybe this is just maybe that they say like there's a lot of stuff out there we don't understand. Maybe it's a UFO. We need to be prepared to get out there. Maybe we need to make a base on the moon. You never know. I mean, maybe those are the types of things that are causing us to really, really think harder about getting out there. What do you think?
Tough. It's as you said. Now you see these billionaires uh, trying to just get into space. Like, hey, the government is moving too slow. Just let's just try to do. And now those companies are like SpaceX is probably already a trillion, which is interesting to me. It's like why they are a trillion, right? So. And they're private, so that means that obviously Elon has a good chunk. So when he goes public, he's gonna get another 300, 400 billions there. So that would put him probably in a trillionaire, which is like
For
it's like
sure.
massive. And then you have also obviously Tesla trying to do Optimus and all of that. But I think that maybe the government is like, these people that they have wealth, they are doing it. So I guess it's part of the capitalism and being able to just compete in a way, right? So try to figure out because the other approach is satellites. So the reason why SpaceX is making money is because they're just when they're doing the launches, they're putting like freaking satellites there, and with communications trying to go around, now we have all of these different satellites. So just by that, it actually it connects the whole planet, right? With that. The other thing that they are planning to do is to, yes, Elon wants to have exploration in Mars, but he has to figure out different businesses to get him to that, right? So that way he's not truly wasting money. Actually, he's helping humanity here in the Earth.
Mhm.
And then funding it, his research. It's just very funny the names though. Like I was looking into the article, and the NASA call it the desert rat. and basically for the rover. So and I'm trying to figure out why did they did that, and it's like, and they start just actually
A
putting
good name.
it is actually means this, NASA Desert Research and Technology Studies.
Drats.
Rats. So, what do you think that was first, that they came up with the desert rats first,
Yeah,
or
for sure.
or
Hey, we've both named, code names for projects, that we've had at work. So yeah, of course, you come up with the name first, and then you see what how can you make it fit.
how you can make it like enterprise or
Yeah.
official or government official?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but it's pretty cool. I mean, the thing doesn't look very futuristic. I mean, we showed it up on the screen just a second ago.
Yeah.
It does look like it's still 70s technology from like the first time they went up to the moon. So I don't know. They need to get, maybe talk to Franz over from Tesla, see if they could get an updated an updated look, maybe more Cybertrucky. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, and that's a good point, right? The designs, they obviously, when you are coming from the angle of companies, like they have to have brands. They have like a, if if Apple will do that, right? We cannot know their style, right? If Tesla will do it, more similar to a Cybertruck, right, or whatever. So the different company and government is just like, like you said, like in the from the 70s. So maybe
Hmm.
lack of taste. I don't know, because uh, they're chipping out in something. But yeah, maybe it's like, well, why? But I feel that that's what it takes, for people to be enthusiastic about it, right? Like, imagine this in the literally in the 70s, right? So
Hmm.
completely different time. But yeah, I feel that maybe they needed to spend some time with a good brand of engineering. So
Yeah, that's true. But it's good that they're doing this testing, because obviously, if they want to get to the moon, we need to be able to have people that can live there. And I think this thing is big enough where maybe someone can live there. But if they're going to build a base or a bubble or whatever it is up in space, they're going to need more than just this. So good first step. You said they're trying to get there back next year, right? In
yeah,
2026.
I'm even thinking to go to Florida, because I think that they're gonna try to launch it from Florida. So maybe, maybe watch that one. So it might be fun to just go and see it.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be good. You could always head down to South Padre. Also, they've got the SpaceX launches. They just recently did a launch, I think, where they did the whole flip maneuver in space with SpaceX, and they caught the booster right, and then the shuttle. I think they just landed it in the water. That was just a testing point that they were doing, but maybe
Not the
eventually they'll
same.
start
I,
they'll
I
start catching it with the chopstick thing, whatever they got. Also.
the reason why I feel that it's not the same is because this one is going farther, right? It's going to the moon. So
Mm-hmm.
and they have humans, like a so yeah, we'll see how that figure out. The
Oh,
other thing
great.
that I didn't realize though is that they have to have a lot of water. Uh, have you seen that always? Like there is like a like a bunch of like a vapor, I guess.
Mhm.
It's just to cool off some of that and to have the to be able to shoot it to the space. But yeah,
Oh, so you mean not just water for drinking for the people, but also to like keep
to to
like
launch it, yeah,
keep
yeah,
temperatures down to launch it?
yeah. So if you notice every launch that they do, there's a lot of water that just like evaporates, and because to try to cool it off, yeah, it's a lot of heat
Hmm.
there.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's something to look forward to. We'll bring you the latest news as we kind of get closer.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Still talking about the moon though. So let's switch gears to Bitcoin. So what is the what's going on with the price, right? You see actually gold mooning.
Yeah, gold was mooning, not Bitcoin. Well, so last Friday there was just like this. It was a very very interesting thing that happened. It was right at the cusp where everyone's like, all right, Pumptober, October, even we were saying like, October is historically a very good month for Bitcoin. We might see it go up into the 150, 160K range. You just don't know. Again, it wasn't financial advice, but what a lot of people ended up doing was like they started to put it in their leveraged bets. Essentially, they're like, all right, looks like consensus is prices are going up. We're going to put in our leveraged gain bet. So they might. Some people did 5x, 10x on some of their things. Of course, that's a very very risky thing to do because of it. If you put 10x on there and it goes down like 10%, you get wiped out. Well, what ends up happening? Guess. Bitcoin made a 10% move down, and it wiped out a lot of people's leverage bets. It was actually a $19 billion move, which was like
Wow.
the largest loss that we've had ever. That was the largest one. Now it did just move the price 10%, but the whole circumstances around it was kind of interesting, and it's kind of set off a bunch of red flags for some people. But did you see the price go down? I think right now it's still even at like 107K.
It's not that surprising for me. It's like 10% is kind of the. In fact, actually, the instrument has been very flat, so which does not how Bitcoin has been behaving right before. But I feel that also people is not aware that now you have the finance bros. They know how to play the game, right? The smart money. They call it the smart money, and then you have the degens. No, we're gonna do it in our way. Well, I mean, like, yeah, 10x it, but it's like, guess what? If in this type of just 10% and you're wiped out, right? So I feel that you see these different type of personalities, and it's funny because for me, at the end of the day, just 10%. It was, I don't want to say nothing, but it's not a draw that we are used to, right? We are used to 20, 30%, and at some point, when there is truly a problem, it goes down up to 80%, which it will be like, oh, it will have to go down to $20,000 per coin. So it will be painful, but it's not unheard. I mean, several cycles already did that. It touched 20 to the 20%. So maybe everybody's saying that we are not going to get there because now there is institutional investors that they cannot just get out as simple and easy as that. But I think that maybe it will be similar to a stock market, which is usually they don't like 30 to 50%. That's what
No.
usually the stock market is like, super panicking. So
Yeah.
maybe that will put us in 60, kind of the bottom. Again, no financial advice, but that's now that BlackRock is there. I feel that maybe it shifted to those type of drawdowns. They call them drawdowns.
Yeah. Well, I know Willie Woo has said, hey, like if we're not having the big runs up,
Mhm.
we likely won't have the big runs down. So we haven't really seen any big run up like big blow off tops or anything like that. So if that's the case, and if this is going to be kind of the new way forward, maybe we're not going to have these big drawdowns, and 10% is really all we're going to see at a time. So it's really hard to tell. We haven't really broken out of that 4 year structure yet
Mhm.
for the cycle, but it could be something that happens because right now is typically where you would see the end of the 4 year cycle. So you do expect to see the big run up, but we have seen what could be some type of manipulation type tactics that happened here. So uh, you might be asking, well, what caused this big $19 billion move, right? Uh, well, you start looking at some of the evidence and you see, hey, someone made $190 million off of this move. And it happened to be timed exactly off of a Trump tweet that threatened China with 100% tariff, and that was kind of the tipping point there that caused like this big reaction in the market. And again, it wasn't just Bitcoin. Alts mainly got wiped out. It mainly hit alts. I know some alts had 90% drawdowns. A lot of them had 60% and 30% drawdowns for alts. So alt season is kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen with that. And even the main stock market and main stocks, they all had like pretty big drawdowns for them, which, 4%, 4% is pretty big for the market as a whole. So we did see that. So there are some people that are saying like, um, this is kind of fishy
Mhm.
the way everything ended up happening. So again, the trigger was this escalation in the trade war that we've seen already a little bit before. You say it was going to be 100% tariff. Uh, that caused everything to come down. But there were some other things that contributed to it. We saw some Binance also did something. I don't know if it was like purposely done, but there was, I think, an error. And what they're saying is they used the wrong valuation, and they used spot valuation instead of their underlying pricing structures, and essentially it caused this all the leverage trades to be wiped out. Basically, Binance did go back and actually give people back some money though, because I think they said mea culpa. We kind of didn't do something the right way. They're trying to address it, and they gave some money back. But that damage is pretty much done, right? So we're sitting back down at the 107K range for Bitcoin. And now other people are also looking, well, who was this whale that they timed their short, which also caused a lot of this cascading effect? Um, there was a whale that had that short in place that they put that short like 1 to 2 minutes right before the tweet happened. So they put it in right exactly as that tweet came out. They made their money and they popped out. So they made 190 so $1 million off of a $20 million trade, something like that, or $20 million short. And the funny thing is, right after, like I think on the Monday after, something like that, they put another $500 million short, which they ended up closing. They ended up closing that like right away. Like it was only there for a little bit, um, which is kind of some weird behavior going on here.
Who do you think that was the trader?
There's speculation like it had to be someone that was like in the know that there could have been that tweet coming. So, on the internet, people were saying it was Barron Trump. That put in it's like, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know how old he's, a teenager or 20-year-old, something like
These are the
that.
teens, right?
He
Like
made
I
a
don't
good
know,
amount of
yeah,
money if
shit,
that was
like
really him.
200 meals payday in couple hours.
It's like not bad for a day's work, right?
Okay, it's like man, I mean, tough. But the other one, maybe what was the Japanese trader, CZ or what was his name?
Oh yeah, yeah. CZ from Binance. Hmm.
As buying. Okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
and you think that it was also him?
Well, Binance was also kind of involved, right? Because they say it was like a glitch, like hey, they didn't price things the right way, so it caused these margin calls, and people got right liquidated, right? They said it shouldn't have done that, or maybe not as quickly. I'm not sure, and they're trying to make a change now to kind of make the pricing structure a little bit more accurate.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Some people might think that was a retaliatory type thing from the tariff talk. Like, oh, you guys are going to put 100% tariff talk. We know you guys are trying to move over to this 30, get rid of your $37 trillion debt. We're going to mess with your plans by moving Bitcoin. We don't know. We don't really know what happened. But I think the moral of the story is like, realize that there's now new players in the market that
Hmm.
really understand how to make money. We know that in order to make money, there has to be liquidity, right? So obviously, if everyone thinks price is going to go up, there's going to be a lot of liquidity if you want to sell, right? If you want to make money. So someone can do a big short, maybe we call this cause a cascade effect, and just make a ton of money fairly quickly and easily. So be careful when you're doing leverage trading. I mean, 10x, if you put a 10x leverage trade and the price moves against you, you can get wiped out in a second. And I think a lot of people did end up losing a lot because apparently there were a lot of leverage trades there to hit. And again, it was liquidity, and maybe it was Barron Trump that ended up with $200 million of your money, of your hard-earned stacks. Don't make it that easy for him.
It
Diamond hands if you can.
Yeah, I mean exactly right. So if you think about it, it's like we mentioned it before. It's like a tree. So if you are betting with leverage, then you can even lose the whole tree. You don't want to lose the whole tree, right? So so then the other thing that you could do if you truly want to leverage, then borrow money in a different institution. So that way you have at least some time to be able to pay it back. Which I mean, nothing wrong with maybe asking Wells Fargo, Bank of America, or whatever a line of credit, and then you put some money there. But again, I have seen people just leveraging with margin, and it's like and even with these instruments that they move too fast, the broker will just trigger it, whether it's Binance or whoever it is, right? They'll trigger the sell, and you have no even chance to do anything about it. Compare if you get it with another, even with your credit card, right? So you have at least 30 days to pay it back, right? And it recovered a little bit, so be
Mondo,
careful.
you've tried lots of things here.
You bet, buddy. You bet. So I'm not. It's because sometimes we get the vibe that is like, oh no, we don't like risk and blah blah. No, no, I do, right? So I do play with risk, but it's like don't mess with margin. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? If you're gonna leverage, try to leverage in other ways.
Yeah, easy to get wrecked. That's for sure.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty much all we had for today. I mean, we brought some interesting stories for y'all. If you guys enjoyed what we had to say this week, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. We'd love to hear from y'all. If y'all got any ideas, please let us know. Also, check out our top videos. That we have a very popular button video that a lot of people are checking out. Mondo's button. You got anything to say about your button video, Mondo?
Yeah, I started doing series on building a CNC, building like robotics. It seems that they are catching now, so we will keep building more of that, and let's see what you guys like. Like and subscribe. Let us what you want to see building. So
All right. We'll see y'all next time. Dale.
bye.